I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
I'll be on to race number 8, where we close things off, and hopefully we can close things off on a high. Yeah, it's 1200 meters. It's a B division class. There's some quality in the race. There's form in the race, and there's horses that could spring a surprise. Well, let's hear from Rael if he thinks it's going to be a surprise result, or is this going to be one of the better bets on the card that comes up very late? It's clear to see Rael on the way she's been racing and how unlucky she's been behind a very talented filly that was unfortunately, scratched on Saturday. Well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, unfortunately for punters, but I mean, those are the rules now. Everyone knows the rules, but it was just unfortunate for punters that you are playing the exotics in advance and your fate is determined on which horse goes off as the top one. That is the argument of punters, because we hosted the players from Tab Gold, and that seems to be their gripe on a horse that gets scratched, and now your fate is determined by the tote favorite. Well, personally, my feedback to them was, that's the rule now. You know the rules. Every horse is going to be tested, and if it gets scratched, that's the rule. It's just like a horse being scratched going down to the start and found lame by the vet, or bolting and being scratched. It's a similar type of thing, but that's a topic for another day. But I just wanted to bring that because I told the guys that it is something that you're going to have to live with now with the exotics. So Pretty Victory looks like a really nice sort from the Garrett van Zyl stable, scratched over the wing. But this horse, Shanta's Pride, the last 2 races, the way she's been running on, she's been unlucky. Take nothing away from the winner, but she's been unlucky. On the poly track, she's had 3 runs for 3 seconds. I said, is there a good thing in the race? Do you make her a good thing in this field?
I think she's going to be hard to beat. I thought she would have won last time out because she had everything in her favour. She had a weight turnaround with the Pretty Victory. I thought that'd be slightly more positive, and she was unlucky. She didn't get the cleanest of breaks, and she was always on the back foot and chasing Pretty Victory from there on in. And the horse that ran second in the race, Shyfolio, was actually far from disgrace in the Grade 1 SA Filly Sprint on Sprinter at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. And I think that Shanta's Pride sets a standard here. It's hard to look past her. I think she's going to take a power of beating. I think it's a right race at the right time for her. She's fought off after a layoff, a lengthy layoff. Richard Fourie takes the right, 55.5 kgs on the back. She's on a mark of 79, and yes, she has not won on the poly track, but she's run 3 seconds, and I think that it's her time now to get that 3rd victory under the belt. And I think that she's the horse that they all need to set their sights on here. I'm interested to see how number 4, La Divina, does go. She's having a first start in KZN after a layoff, and she won on debut and beat in lip sync, and she was supported on debut as well. And then thereafter she ran 3 lengths to double Grand Slam, and she hasn't really been disgraced in a couple of her other starts. But I think that if she's ready to rock and roll, she could run a nice race for a bet like the Exacta, trifectas and quartets. But I'll certainly keep an eye on this daughter of Vercingetorix. If there is some support around her, well, then she could be given a serious chance here. But I think number 3, Shanta's Pride, is the horse that they all need to beat.
Well, I think that horse number 4, La Divina, is the unknown in the race, and I just got a sneaky feeling that if there is going to be a danger, it could be number 4, La Divina. Well, the obvious question will be, why has Serena Moodley riding this horse ahead of a horse like Chelsea Flower, who he gets on very well with? And the answer is very simple. I did give him a call and asked him on which horse he wants to ride, and he says he wants to ride number 4, La Divina. So that is some information for you. A horse that he hasn't ridden in a race before, debuting on the poly track against a mare that he knows very, very well. So is Serena on the right horse? Well, the race will tell. So that could be assigned for you to possibly include number 4, La Divina. But number 3, Chances Pride, the horse to beat the cover for me, number 4, La Divina. So what that basically means in your pick 6, you're either going to multiply that perm out by 2, or you're going to go all in banker number 4. Personally, I'm going to multiply that perm out by 2, numbers 3 and 4.
Yep.
You'll be with that? Yeah, that's it. Numbers 3 and 4 in the lucky loss. And that's it, Raheel. Yep, just some thoughts throughout the race meeting. Looking at the race, I always try to judge on what the exotics could pay with regards to results, etc. And I've been horribly wrong the last 2 meetings. To go through a patch like this is unknown, but hopefully it changes in favor of the punters come Wednesday.
Yeah, I think Wednesday's card looks to be a fair card, and certainly looking forward to it. There are a couple of legs where we have gone a bit short, and there are a few legs where you need to go as wide as you possibly can. But overall, I think it could be a good card for the punters to get involved in. And thanks very much to Dees for his thoughts and analysis on the race meeting on Wednesday. And all the best to you. Hopefully things go your way on Wednesday, and you manage to find yourself in the winner's queue.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.